be the fix. Maybe the fix isn't the best word. Nothing was broken, nothing needs to be fixed. It's just you only had the first half of the solution, which was start a YouTube channel, which is great. You started your YouTube channel, you did it. Now, the second half of that is what do you create on there? When you look at content creators who have stood the test of time, who have survived the YouTube ringer, I'm talking about creators who are still relevant after 5 to 8 years and still have a dedicated audience that will watch every video. Why? For example, Casey Neistat, Mark Rober, and MKBHD. What is it about these channels that keep them hot, even if they don't post for long periods of time? I mean, honestly, if you know the answer before I end up saying it, do me a favor and hit the like button, because that makes you great and it's free and it helps out this video a ton. But the thing that these three creators have in common is that they've all developed a very incredible and unique skill. Casey Neistat has his storytelling. Mark Rober used to be an engineer at NASA. MKBHD has an incredible knowledge of consumer tech. And all three of them have mastered their own unique style of filmmaking as well. And YouTube in general has such a diverse field of skills that you can learn. There are engineering science channels, there are cooking channels, there are dance channels, music channels, film, photography channels, anything you can think of, there is a channel with over 1 million subscribers on it. Gaming has two skills, two verticals. You have gaming and you have personality. And there's nothing wrong with that. Those are both very much great marketable skills, but for some reason, that's where we decide to draw the line. Very few people in the gaming community try to learn something outside of those two things. And so if I can speak bluntly here and maybe even overgeneralize a little bit, this might not apply to you. And if it doesn't, that's great. But it seems to me that there's a massive hurdle in gaming content creators. And that is the fact that most streamers don't actually want to be content creators. Most streamers want to play video games and get paid for it. And the problem with that is that the bar is so much higher than that. You are competing with people who do want to be full-time content creators. So the question that I started in the beginning of this video is, do you want to be a creator or do you want to get paid to play video games? Those are the two different types of gaming content creators. If you want to be in that first group, you want to be a creator, and you've already started your YouTube channel, the next step is simple. It's hard, but it's simple. You need to develop a skill that sets you above the rest. And that can mean you either get extremely good at something or you learn something that makes you very unique. And it's very hard, but it's unbelievably rewarding. This channel has kept me so busy for the last couple of years now that I haven't been able to spend time learning all the things I've had on my list of things I've wanted to learn. It's caused a little bit of an internal struggle, actually, maybe even combined with a little bit of depression, which is why I'll be spending most of 2023 finally learning to do these things that have been sitting there in the back of my mind. Things like learning true filmmaking. I'll be spending serious time learning After Effects, 2D and 3D animation. I'll be playing a ton more guitar. I've already booked a 30-day trip to Japan to immerse myself in the language after almost 4 years of tutoring. I'm so excited about that. And if you're on board with all this, but you don't know where to get started, why don't you ask yourself what you enjoy watching and consuming? That's usually a pretty good indicator of what you're into, and that's a great place to start. And after all this, if you still fail, if you still never become a content creator, you've still developed a talent that makes you unique, and you have become something greater, and no one can take that away from you. So hit the like button if you haven't already, because it helps out the channel a ton. Leave a comment down below. If you don't have anything to say, just leave your favorite emoji. I would really appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, happy streaming.
If you're a small streamer looking to grow, you've probably heard the words, YouTube is more discoverable than Twitch, so many times that you're hearing it in your sleep. So you've gone away and you've tried to create YouTube videos, but it just isn't working. Nobody is watching your videos, and you're certainly not seeing more growth over on Twitch, despite the fact that you're working harder now to create more content. Don't worry guys, today I'm going to cover exactly how to start a discoverable YouTube channel and how to grow your base here and over on Twitch. Let's go. Hey, I'm LJ with StreamScheme.com. I'm also a variety streamer over at twitch.tv/LJM_. There is a link in the description to that, as well as our website StreamScheme.com, which has over 700 guides now and more releasing daily, all about streaming and content creation that you can go and check out right now. Today, I'm going to be breaking down a few huge mistakes and misconceptions about YouTube growth and discoverability that a lot of creators have. Seriously, just watching this video and learning these tips is going to set you so much further apart than a normal Twitch streamer who's just creating random content and who's following this pathway. But first, before we get into that, I have to tell you guys about another thing that'll set you apart. Our sponsor, Own.tv. Seriously, they've turned installation for any of their assets, whether it's a full animated overlay, alerts, sounds, anything you can think of. It is an art form. One click and it's all installed. Check it out with the link in the description. If you want to support me, go and support them because it really helps the channel out. Speaking of the description, there are time codes down there and in the top comment. So if you want to, you can use that to skip ahead to any part of this video. However, if you miss a section of get into it. So at most people's core, especially people who have been watching YouTube for a very long time, who are ingrained in the YouTube culture, there is a massive misunderstanding and misconception about how this platform works. I'm going to be using gaming as the main idea for this video because I know a lot of you guys are trying to create gaming channels and gaming streams. However, you can use this to kind of create anything you want on this platform. You've seen viral videos blow up a channel, or you've watched your favorite creator over years slowly releasing weekly or daily content of gameplays, montages, highlights, and fails, and eventually it just clicks and they have hundreds of thousands of viewers. That might have been how it worked back when gaming was fresh and small, but it doesn't work like that anymore. Gaming on YouTube is just as saturated, if not more, than gaming on Twitch, and it's just as hard to be discovered when you're doing it. If you create gameplay and Let's Play content. You see, nobody is searching Minecraft Let's Play episode 69, or they're not searching Call of Duty Warzone match number 420. It's just not a thing they care about. And if they do search those things, you're not going to come up. Because of the YouTube algorithm, you don't matter. And because you don't matter, they're not going to show you of anyone. So how are you supposed to get discovered if they don't care about you? Well, today I'm going to get you guys to matter to the YouTube algorithm. So how do YouTubers get discovered by people? Or more importantly, how do YouTubers get discovered by the YouTube algorithm? Well, first, we just need to start getting a few clicks on your channel and on your videos. We need the YouTube algorithm to go, hey, there are people interested in this content. You probably look at YouTube and because of the way it works, you've forgotten that at its core, it's a search engine. Just like Google, just like Bing, well, maybe not Bing because nobody uses it, but what do we use search engines for? I know it sounds obvious, but we use it to answer questions and to fill needs, to provide value to ourselves when we are looking for something. For gaming, this could be things like how to use crucifixes in Phasmophobia, or how to unlock the new Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg, or one of my personal favorites, how do I install mods into insert any game title here. I know I said this 4 months ago on my YouTube growth video, but I have to cover it again because we have a lot of new people and it wouldn't make sense if I skipped over it. So the first step to discoverability is we need you to be the person who answers those questions for someone searching for it. So step one, go down to the description, find the vidIQ link, grab it. It is an extension for a lot of different types of browser, and it will really help you for this process. Yes, you can use things like TubeBuddy or TubeX, but I'm going to be using the free version of vidIQ today because I think it's the most accessible for you guys to start with. Once you have vidIQ installed, it's going to go a long way to help you understand those questions people are asking. You can see their search intent. What do they need? What do they want? I'm going to be showing you a full breakdown this video, so we're going to work through it now. So to start with, what I need you to do is open up a new tab. I want you to go to YouTube, and I want you to think of a game that you want to create content around. I want you to type that game title into the bar. Press space, and you're going to get a bunch of autofill results. If I were to type in Sea of Thieves, one of the main ones that comes up is funny moments. If I were to click that, then vidIQ is going to show me the Sea of Thieves scorecard. If you look at the volume score, this refers to how many people are searching for this topic, question, or keyword roughly. It is in the green, meaning that a lot of people are searching for this, but the competition right below it is high, meaning there are a lot of bigger creators making content on this search term or keyword. A keyword is kind of like a video tag, or it's just a thing that lets YouTube or a search engine know what your video and your channel is about. The paid version of vidIQ does go into more detail, but when you're just starting out, this is all you need to start getting an idea of what people want. So if I want to start making Sea of Thieves content, but it's highly competitive, what am I supposed to do? Well, if I type Sea of Thieves in and then go tips and tricks, we'll get a different scorecard. The new scorecard spits back volume 57, so it's much less searched, but it's still a decent size. The most important thing here though is the competition is so much lower than funny moments. I've seen some larger creators say things like don't niche down because it's capped, don't use small categories because it's capped, except we're not trying to get millions of views right away. We're just trying to start you out, get people clicking you and get you discovered. Because if we get you discovered and get a few people clicking you, even if they don't subscribe right away, they'll be cookied by YouTube so that if a video of yours starts doing well, they'll be recommended that video further down the line. So the takeaway here, we're going to provide value. We're going to answer questions, create guides, and overall just start appealing to those smaller niche topics. But we need to get more specific for you because it's going to be less competitive the more specific we get around topics.
creator of my hip hop style. Feeling satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. I am the creator of my hip hop style. Take me out with the fucking radar. I am the creator of my hip hop style. Feeling satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. I am the creator of my hip hop style.
Ang laban namin ay sa anime na ano ngayon, na inaabangan talaga. Tapos full cast ang gagawin namin, talagang mga magwawala sa stage mamaya.
Ito, laban namin in general, kita nyo naman palagi, pag si share ng lumalaban, gusto niya lagi may tema. Sobrang kailangan, prepared ka rin pag mga ganong hamon.
Ako si Shernan, syempre, as always, entertainment. Gusto ko masaya lang. Yun lang ang palagi kong gagawin dito.
Hindi lang to basta komedya, kumbaga ginagamitan na rin to ng paghahanda at saka talino.
From the street crowd reaction.
Please paira muna ng tenga, babayaran ko na lang ng magagandang tema. Tirahin ko kaya si Abaddon at Enigma, kaso lang hindi na, dahil baka galingan na naman ng mga baguang estilo ay balik ko. Kailan ba hihinto pagdami ng sinto-sinto? Ako lang pa may pake sa mga bara kong ginto. Nakakalungkot ang ganito klaseng yugto, muntik na akong huminto.
Flip top out 13 day 1. Pangalawa sa huling laban na ng gabi. Flip top magay para sa parating na laban, oh. Shoutout sa lahat ng mga represent collabs, sa lahat ng mga nakatrabaho namin huling ilang taon. At syempre, shoutout sa lahat ng mga supportang tunay mula nung 2 taon ng pandemya. Tanga na, nandito tayo ulit. Live event ang ahon. Flip top magay ulit. Isang beses para sa atin lahat. Sa buong liga. Lahat ng MCs. At sa kanan ko, Muntinlupa represent para sa inyo. Magyay tayo lahat para ay share na.
Gawing inspirasyon mga sakit na natamo, at huwag hayaang ito mismo babagsak sa'yo. Kaya yan dumating kay may sapat na dahilan, para kapag gumaling wala ka nang pakialam.